Do you understand the signs that the divine sends you when you do your prayer and ask questions? Um, and I ask this because I know people out there do the whole I see angel numbers or I see this. It's more than that, it's deeper than that. Um, Animals, music, TV shows, social media, like, are you really paying attention to new stuff that might pop up on your pages or, something that makes you stop and you're like, oh, I like that, or oh, that's different. Follow your intuition. And I say this because I'm going to share one of my experiences with you. Um, and I'm sharing it for a reason because it's actually sort of funny. And it was quite enlightening. Um, So, anyways, anybody that's on their healing journey, spiritual journey, knows that throughout going through this and going through that, you get thrown all this inner child trauma that you got to deal with, and then teenage trauma that you got to deal with, and you have phases, you have these tests, you have these lessons. And remember, the only way out is through. So, a couple weeks ago, I'm watching NCIS, and Palmer made a phrase at almost the end of the episode, and when he said it, it hit me. I'm like, oh, I like that. Well, I wrote it down. I wrote it down in all intentions to make a video about it, okay? But I couldn't. I tried for 3 days to figure out how to incorporate this phrase to help people, to, get people to love themselves and understand things. And I couldn't do it. I know why. At that time, it wasn't meant for me to share with everybody. I wrote it down and it sat there for a week. And then I got hit with, you need to go to your teenage trauma. This is your next phase. Feel, forgive, let go. I felt I was on the forgiveness part and I'm sitting there and this was a really hard one for me. And I looked up at the divine and I said, throughout everything, you still love me unconditionally. I was like, you forgave me for what I can't forgive myself for. I said, how? I said, why? And at that moment, that instant, that saying I wrote down imprinted in my mind. And that saying was, nobody should be judged by their worst day. Right then and there, I knew a week before that saying meant something and that I was supposed to share it somehow, but it wasn't the right time. And on that night, when I sat here and the divine spoke to me and said them words to me, it opens a new level of everything. Belief, faith, your heart. You have to open your heart. You have to pay attention to what the divine is telling you because honestly, certain things that have happened have enlightened my journey. And at this point, regardless of anything I've been through in the past, I wouldn't change anything for the world. I am so thankful for the moment that I sit in right now by myself with little to nothing, going day by day. Because you know why? I got me, I got the divine, and I got everything that I need. So I just wanted to remind people to pay attention to them little signs because everything happens for a reason.